Hi guys, welcome back. It is November. We're back again. This is a whole special month dedicated especially to dating in Japan. So anything you want to know, let me know down below. I'm going to try and address it as much as I can. You're going to get sick of it, sick of this topic. This is the aim for this month. You guys don't even know how much I did for this bento. This is the hardest I've ever worked. The longest I've ever waited for an Eki. If you don't know what an Eki is, it's a train station bento and you usually pick it up on your way to travel somewhere on the train. My whole journey started on a Saturday where I'm like, oh, can I have that one? They're like, oh, it's not available right now. I'm like, okay, so when is it available? And they're like, oh, try again tomorrow because it's sold out. I've got things to do. I've got people to teach. So Sunday I was busy. Return back now today on a Monday. Still not ready. I went to Kyoken, one of the Kyoken kiosks. This is where I got it from, Kyoken. That's the brand name. They were like, sorry, it's sold out. So I went to another one. I'm like, what's going on, bruv? They're like, oh, we ain't got none here and you have to wait till 4 p.m. I'm like, 4 p.m? This was supposed to be my lunch. It's now like 12 o'clock. What the hell? I go into Takashimaya in Yokohama and I'm like, bruv, what time? And they're like 3 p.m. And I'm like, but the other person told me 2 p.m. over. Oh my God. So I decided to go to a Wi-Fi cafe, sit my ass down, do some editing, and then I returned back and finally, this special fall edition bento was available and I was like the first one to get it, so I feel so special. I like to do these sit down bento raw real talk things with you because I just feel like it's more authentic than putting, you know, music on and, you know, we can just eat together. I'd recommend to grab your lunch or dinner or a snack and sit and just listen and tell me your thoughts and what you're thinking as I say these things. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Fall bento, you know how it goes. Chat and bento time. Look at that, beautiful, isn't it pretty? We got the leaves, perfecto. With the chopsticks, and on the chopsticks it says Yokohama. I've been waiting for this for so long. I'm so hungry, baby. I sing when I'm happy. Gosh, you guys, I get a lot of questions when it comes to dating and a lot of DMs, and I kind of wanted to specifically talk about one topic while eating this bento with you guys. And that topic is about the aesthetic, what's pleasing. It's gonna be nitty gritty. If you're not into like the real talk, if you're not into hearing the truth, what can I do for you? Nothing. Pass. Go to the next video. Enjoy. I'm gonna give you all angles, bitch. Oh my God. Mushrooms is like such a seasonal thing. What am I gonna eat? Living in Japan, dating in Japan, guys, you know, it's a whole bunch of things. It can be drama, it can be great, it can be crazy. And I think I've told you very many sides to my story and told you very many experiences that I've had. And all of them are 100% true, sadly. But it's kind of helped me grow in my knowledge of what is the standard, the beauty standard for Japanese guys, most Japanese guys. And I'm going to dive right into it and tell you, honestly, I do feel like the cute type is the overall winner. If you've got fair skin, fair hair, fair eyes, basically, if you're white with blonde hair and blue eyes, you're a winner. Like, instantly, you're beautiful. You could be really ugly in the Western world, but here in Japan, you're idolized. The skin tone, everything. The colorism in this place is really strong. Here, it's probably not seen as a problem because people are so into their bubble that they don't realize that that's the type. And of course, there's nothing really wrong with that, but I am a black woman, so it does make things harder for me. I wouldn't say harder. I still get attention and I still get guys that are interested and intrigued in me because I am different and because I think I'm cute. I guess I'm their type. Femininity that I have is a different kind of femininity. You have Japanese femininity and you have, you know, Western or British femininity and American femininity. And they're kind of close, to be honest. The two are different. The way that people dress here. You got your sporty types, you got your grungy types, you got your princess types. But I feel like the cutesy types win overall. People like the typical dress, cutesy, frills, heels. It's like a very, very girly girl type. People who are well presented, put together, looking very angelic, you know, I do feel that's a type. And I am not a perfectionist, you know, I'm not a perfect person, I'm human. Let's try the rice. This one, it's got some kind of like mushroom sauce, and it is bad. Mushroom sauce with eggplant. Oh my god, I love that. I don't know what it is, but I love it. I'm hungry as well, so everything's gonna be amazing right now. The type that I am is I can do feminine and girly girl. I also like to switch it up and have my moments where I'm kind of like a little bit more casual, sporty, a little bit rough around the edges. I'm not gonna lie, like you've probably seen in my vlogs, like sometimes I just don't give a crap, you know. And to have that whole facade of I'm perfect and girly all the time, it's tiring. Like, it's hard to get a girl together, boys, just letting you know. It is. I mean, you probably think it's hard for you guys, like you have to have your trims and like have the right style and stuff, but to be honest, a guy does not have to try as hard as a girl does when it comes to image. If a guy's got personality and money, you're good to go. You don't have to have the looks. But with men, I feel like it's the opposite. They are a lot more shallow, and here, aesthetic and the visual, here, the vision of perfection and the standards of perfection are very high. And I don't believe I fall into that category. I think I've leveled up since coming here. You know, I look a lot cuter than I did back in the UK, in my opinion, in terms of style. But I'm just not the same. I'm just not the same, and that's okay. But it does make it harder when, you know, there's a certain box that you're supposed to fit in order to appeal to Japanese men here. So if you're dating a Japanese man, just know he's already different because he's dating you, you know. And you will notice the people who are very popular on social media fit or fall into that type usually. No shade whatsoever. It is what it is. That's a world thing anyways. But, oh my god, what is this? Pickles. Pickles are good. What is it with bentos and mixing fish and... I feel like there's fish in everything. I need to take this out. I hate mustard. You know I do. Anyway, let's go on to the shumai. Typical shumai from Yokohama. I found out yesterday that they actually have scallops inside. Did you guys know that? That's what makes them so special. I thought it was just like pork meat, but it's not. Scallops and pork meat, guys. Oh, shocking, but delicious. I think this is not kinoko. I love the way that they've put them on sticks. It kind of looks like little balloons or like berries or something. Very full. I'm feeling the fall. I'm gonna eat them all together. Can't make up my mind. What did it taste like? Like if you were to eat like a hard bean, a large size bean that's kind of like glossy on the outside and a bit hot, difficult to chew in. And when you bite into it, it's like a little bit bitter. Really bizarre. I don't hate it though. This is just veg. Yeah. And the reason why I'm talking about this topic is a lot of my friends say that I'm very feminine. I'm going to keep using this word, by the way. It may trigger some people, but what I mean by feminine is like somebody who carries the typical traits of a woman. From the way that she carries herself, from, you know, the appearance, the way that she talks. It's just a certain vibe that you get off a stereotypical woman, I guess. And I don't know. Anyway, I got a Japanese guy friend. And we did try dating, but it didn't really go there. So we decided to remain friends. And one day we sat down and I asked him, like, you know, I've noticed that Japanese guys are into really girly girls. And I do feel like I'm a girly girl. However, I don't think it's the same as a Japanese girly girl. I'm still very feminine. And he's like, really, you are? And I was like, you don't think so? And I was like, because the shock on his face, I was just like, bitch, what? Made him rate me out of 10. 10 being really super feminine and 0 being not feminine at all. How much do you think I am like feminine? He said 3. I was like, you do not have a clue. But I can't blame him. Because he's Japanese, you know. I don't feel like he's... I think he has travelled, but I don't think he's stayed abroad enough to integrate and learn and know what the standards are around the world. I think where he went, there was only predominantly white people. So we didn't get a mix of cultures, attitudes, behaviours, you know. You just got one certain type of female. So meeting me, I must be like some kind of like tribal ruffian, I don't know. I'm being extra, but like, it's just not used to it. I know aesthetically I don't fit into that category, so I'm like, really? It's the first time I've ever heard that, but it's also interesting and good to know because I guess guys don't really want to tell you the truth. I don't know, I think I've been here long enough to know and learn that the way that I behave, I'm very outspoken, I'm very bubbly, you know, my mannerisms, I don't think I'm like, I'm not the most ladylike sometimes. I don't burp and stuff like that and fart. But like in conversation, I talk about all kinds of topics. Like nothing's off limits. Except for like bathroom manners and stuff like that. Like the gross stuff. I don't want to talk about that with a guy. Majority of topics, I'll just talk freely and openly. And that kind of behaviour of being free and open isn't typically that of a Japanese woman or the standard of what is elevated more than others. You know, I do believe that guys here like the meek, quiet, shy ones. Maybe, I'm not saying every single one, but I do feel that type is more appreciated here. It is what it is. Pumpkin time. Every time I'm disappointed. Oh, one chicken, fried chicken. This costs 1,350, by the way. This is, what's the word? Tempura vegetable, tempura eggplant. So it's battered and fried. Anything fried tastes great. Duh. And me having a YouTube as well. Me showing my face, talking about the topics that I do, like now, about dating and dancing and just being myself. It can be a problem, and I can understand how if guys were to find out I have a channel, it could be intimidating because I'm open and I open my life up to the world. And privacy is such a huge thing here in Japan. So that could be a huge turn off for guys too. So I'm not doing myself any favors, but I'm not going to stop because this is something I enjoy. I'm not ever going to change myself for someone. And I have spoken briefly about this in one of my story times about a guy who had a problem with me having my channel. But he had, you know, you like it or lump it. It's a package deal, love. You know? You don't have to be in it, but you have to accept it because I am who I am. And that's one thing I won't... Oh, how cute. Look at this. Aww. And that's one thing I won't do. I won't, like, bend to the will. I've changed naturally because I've started to like a lot more styles that I usually wouldn't wear, like baggy stuff, like oversized baggy things I've started to wear more, which usually wouldn't be my type of like style. But I do feel there's a kind of elegance or conservativeness to that, and so I feel a bit more mature. However, I still like to wear like tight as hell things that'll just, you know, squeeze me in. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. I don't even know what this is, guys. It looks like another squished mushroom. Or is it bamboo? Or is it a leek? I think it's eggplant. God, it's weird ass colour. Anyway. It's fish. Totally wrong. Shocking. Mackerel. It's really good, actually. Oh, it's a bit salty. I like it. Get the egg. God damn it. Get the egg, bitch. Egg. I'm sad I ate that whole lump of fish. I could have, like, at least broke it up. But yeah. From my facial expressions, I'm very expressive in my face. I'm not saying you gotta be a robot, but, like, I'm like... You know, I'm animated. I am. That's me. I am animated. I mean, I have my days where I'm just chill. But I'm animated, and especially on here, I'm gonna be even more so. And I just don't feel that fits into the type here. I've never had any comments on my hair texture, my natural hair texture at all. Guys just, you know, say, oh, it's cute and curly. But I feel like I've heard some stories of people who have, you know, bred with these men. had children with these Japanese men, and family members have had problems with the hair texture. Like, is it going to be curly? Is it curly? And it's like, why should that even be a problem? Oh, is the skin going to be dark? And it's like, it's like people need to unlearn what the beauty standards are. It's like, you're either beautiful or you're not. I've seen plenty. You guys do not know how many ugly pairings I've seen. I've seen like some hot ass Japanese girl with the ugliest white dude, and I'm like, you were a reject back home. You came here for a shot, for a chance, because here you are idolized as a god. And I'm sorry if that offends some people who are like, maybe have that, you know, certain type of features. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm just letting you know that's the real. And if you come here, you got a good chance of getting a nice Japanese hottie. I'm not gonna lie to you. There is a totem pole. Fair skinned guys are at the top. Girls, dark skinned girls will be at the bottom. Colorism, very strong here. No, I'm a woman, I'm a queen, I'm a princess. I ooze that. If you meet me in real life, you'll feel it. But I guess he just wasn't feeling it, and I was kind of not shocked, but just like, wow. I don't know what it is, but I'd love to learn how to make this sauce. I'm gonna dip this in it. Yeah, and also my etiquette style, like, it's probably not very Japanese. Like, sometimes I like to mix things. And I remember in my early stages, especially when I was dating my first boyfriend, he was like, oh, you shouldn't mix that with that and stuff. And I'm like, who made you king? You know, I do what I want. If I want to mix this and this because I think it tastes good, I'm going to mix it. It's not like it's killing you. I'm not like inhaling everything. I'm like, you know, when I'm eating. I'm just mixing things together. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Why does there have to be a standard to everything? If it was like a tea ceremony or something, like, I could understand, like, I'm gonna drink this and have this, and like they say, oh, this is a pairing, you should eat this with this. But like, not everything in normal life has to be a damn pairing. Do you know what I mean? And what I mean by food pairings is like wine and cheese, or grapes and cheese and wine, or I don't know, like rice and curry. I don't know, but like chill. Like, we can think outside of the box. We can do other things. We don't have to do it in a certain standard way. It's very traditional here. Don't be fooled when you walk around and you think, oh, everything is gonna be crazy and extreme and different. There are spots like that where they've been very inventive, but when it comes to core morals and culture, it's traditional as hell. Don't get it twisted. So if you do not comply and fall in line with that, you're gonna be penalized for it. You're gonna be seen as other, and you're probably not gonna be as appreciated for who you are, sadly, because I know that people know better. They haven't been exposed to that. So don't be disheartened. Just know there is a standard and there is a type in Japan. Probably can't tell, but that's a maple leaf. Oh, full. Domestication. I know that's probably common, like, guys want a domesticated woman, but here it's like a huge deal because a lot of women here are raised to be housewives or kind of expected to take care of the family, cook, clean. And a lot of my foreigner friends who have married Japanese men are doing that. They're falling into that role. You know, the man's the breadwinner and the female is the caretaker, the caregiver, I guess, of the family. Like, they're the nurturer. Very traditional. Just that judgment. Ask me questions like, oh, can you cook? And I'm like, I think I'm a great cook, but I can cook. And it's like, the fact that that's a question. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too, like, perceptive. Maybe I'm thinking too much. I know a lot of points that are required to be a Japanese man's partner for a traditional Japanese man anyways. And I just can see the cogs turning as they ask me these kind of questions when I'm, like, getting to know people, talking. So, the fact that I don't like to cook, it's not because I can't, but it's going to be a turn off, and that's all they can hear. All they hear is no. Even though the real reason is, I hate my freaking kitchen, it's too small. I don't enjoy cooking. If I had more space, I think I would make more of an effort, but I just feel like I feel very claustrophobic these days. So I haven't been cooking as usual, sadly. I'm not motivated. But they don't hear that. They don't, you know, they're just like, oh, she's just making up excuses. She can't cook for shit. And it's like, not at all. And they probably want me to cook Japanese food as well. Like, freaking pasta, because everyone loves pasta here. But I ain't gonna do it, honey. Not right now. Maybe at their place. But not at mine. I just hate cooking. I hate cooking these days. God, I hate it. But let me know if any of these things that I've said that I am is like a turn off. Clearly not, because you up in my DMs. But no, like, even me joking, like, just having that boisterous, flirtatious, outgoing humour can be a problem, you know. But I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would you say? Okay, where did that song come from? Yeah, so just wanted to kick off with a little bit of banter, guys. And last but not least, mochi. Whatever flavour that was, it's good. Why can I taste like caramel? It's so bizarre. Finished. Last but not least, the size that I am. Here in Japan, I'm definitely overweight and plus size. In the Western world, I'm not that big. I think I'm large. I don't know if I'm just over average probably, but here I'm like extra large. Because the standards of women are just tiny, and I don't fit into that either. And even though I think I'm cute as F, here I'm probably like, oh my god, she's just like obese, she's so fat, she's probably not healthy and stuff. And I've had a very traumatic experience with that. I'm gonna post later on in the month. I don't really know where I'm gonna post it this month, but you'll hear about that story that really troubled me, and it just opens my eyes to, you know, you're seen as, not saying everybody, because I've seen many kinds of situations of guys with larger women, but it's just another thing. I'm not Japanese, I'm not white, I don't speak Japanese well, not skinny, so it's just, do you know what I mean? Even the men, they work so hard to watch their weight and be slim. You will see oversized guys here, but there's a lot more men who pay attention to the way that they look and the things that they eat. And I've heard complaints like, oh, I need to lose weight. That's what I hear all the time. Not, I need to muscle gain. Muscle gain is not a thing here. Going to the gym. There are guys that I've met because that's my type. I like guys who go to the gym because I go to the gym. But there's a lot of guys don't care about the gym. They just care about diet, healthy eating. And that's the way that they see, you know, that's the kind of healthy lifestyle that they want. They just want to be slender and thin. That is the appeal. That's the same way that they want their women. And that has worked against me, and I can tell. I just have a vibe. I'm not trying to make people insecure, but I'm just talking about the kind of things that Japanese guys like. I am a lot of the things that Japanese guys don't like. So whoever, if I do decide to settle down with a Japanese guy, just know he's gonna be different and he has to be special. Because I'm special and special people need each other. But yeah, anyways, this was a whole rant, but hopefully you found this kind of interesting. Don't be disheartened. There are plenty of other examples. Even myself in the past, being with guys, getting guys is not a problem. I'm just saying the selection is going to be smaller. I always say this, the pool is going to be smaller, and it's going to be maybe a lot harder to kind of get the guy that you would like. They might not be into you because you don't fit into that. Yeah, no, you're like this, you're like a freaking pentagon or something. I don't know, you just don't fit in the circle. But who needs them anyways? Who needs a guy like that? You want someone to love you for you, and that is a beautiful thing. That's what any kind of love should be, whether it's with Japanese or foreigners. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment down below, share your experiences with me. Follow me on Instagram because that acts as a second channel. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 20,000. That is the next goal. And until next time, guys, Faito, Gambate, peace and love. Bye.